but you didn't get to use Jayson Tatum, who's obviously one of the best players in the league. Obviously, that's one of the hard things to do in your role.
Well, I talked to him today before the game that it may play out this way, just with Kevin coming back and the lineups that I wanted to get to. Every game's going to be different based on matchups.
Before I start this clip, let me say I had Jayson Tatum in my starting lineup for Team USA when the exhibition games were done and they were still trying to figure out, okay, who's really going to be starting. I believe he should have been playing either way. Let's get that out the way. But with that being said, as I was watching the game, there wasn't any point where I thought to myself, man, they gonna need Tatum to win this game. Like, to be honest, Serbia, they did a lot of dribble handoffs, pick and rolls at the top of the screen, top of the key, to the point where it looked like Jokic was not even involved in a lot of the plays until later in the game. And they didn't have anyone that could really penetrate Team USA's defense. Other than maybe Jovic at times, the guy in Miami, he looks like he could be a good player. Overall, it just didn't seem like the game where, you needed to really bring everyone in and try to win. I'm going to get into it, though, because right off the bench, Bam got playing time, KD got playing time, Anthony Edwards, Derek White, and then Joel Embiid. And it just looked like smooth sailing from there. Especially with the way Kevin Durant came off the bench. He was hitting shots literally from everywhere on the court. And something as I was watching, Kevin Durant can't shoot as well as, let's say, Steph Curry, but he shoots the ball so well. I think you got to guard him like a Steph Curry. You can't give him enough space. And there was times where Jokic was a few feet away from him and almost forgot that KD was wide open. So he was just hitting continuous shots. And I got to say this too, right? Remember, Steve Kerr coached Kevin Durant. There's a relationship there. They won championships. He's familiar with his game, and there's a lot of respect going on right there too. I think that's important to say as well. Familiarity, seniority, elder statesman, whatever you want to classify it as, put all of that in the bag. And I think that's why you have that reason why Steve Kerr is telling Tatum, hey, look, when KD comes back, this is kind of the direction we're going in. And also, it should be stated too that they've been tinkering around with a whole bunch of starting lineups. I wouldn't be surprised at all if the next game Tatum does start or they bring Embiid in the starting lineup instead of Anthony Edwards. So I don't know if anything is set outside of Steph Curry being in that lineup because of Steve Kerr and LeBron James. I think those two you will always see in the starting lineup. Everyone else, I wouldn't be surprised if it was like a rotating door. In fairness to Tatum, the argument does have to be made that he just won a championship, 5-time All-Star, made the All-NBA first team. If the roles were reversed and you told LeBron, hey man, you got to sit out this game, or somebody else with high prestige, that wouldn't go over well. And I think there's people who are looking at Tatum saying he's in that bracket. He got that championship now. Either way, he has to play just based off of his resume and what he's accomplished. Either that or he's just a very humble person who honestly and genuinely doesn't mind taking one for the team. Keep in mind, too, that the strengths that Jayson Tatum has, and this will be another reason that leads him into playing time eventually, he could be a 3-and-D player on this team. He shoots three-pointers really well, and he's very capable of playing defense. I've mentioned this before. Go back and look at that 2022 playoff series when the Celtics versus the Brooklyn Nets. Look what him and Jaylen Brown did when they were guarding Kevin Durant. And you have this guy who could also shoot as well. He's going to get PT. Y'all just got to give it a little bit more time. I'm sure Kerr's going to have to throw him out there eventually. Anyways, let me know what y'all think. Should he have been playing right away? Is he not getting the respect he deserves as a champion? Or is Steve Kerr playing it outright by basically going with the best lineups and the best situations in order for them to win? Let me know in the comment section. Like, subscribe, and as always, peace. Salute for listening.